northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs kicker Ryan Suckup about set, and off we go from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
Right to the air is Burrow. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
From the 31, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burrow?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
First down. Here's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
And I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I keep pressing it downfield.
And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
8th play of this opening drive This is third down.
11 MT, 11 common. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, 11 common. Hey, you gotta go score.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They keep it on the ground. White again. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Hey, set. Sugar.
On play action, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
11 MT, take. 11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back. And he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here we go.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
On one, right?
Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, now Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Gun.
Second down and 5.
11 empty. 11 common.
Now a turn and a give to Mixon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
11 empty pace. 11 empty pace.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
11 empty pace. 11 empty pace.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. 12. Here's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
This pass complete to Higgins. And some room to run now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Hey, set.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Hey, Alabama.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Mixing up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
11 MT. Close.
Now it's Burrow.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it is 28-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, 66.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a play fake. Brady. Buying time to his left. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. Now it's Brady. Man open. Here is Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This one taken in by Otten.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow, throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
11 MP. Hey. 11 Thomas. 11 MP. Hey. 11, 11, 11.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material.
Inside handoff to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. and his chase complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
11, 11 empty, 11 empty.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. On play action, it's Brady. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11 common. 11 empty paint. 11 empty paint. 11 common. 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still throwing here with a big 3rd quarter lead, but that time this defense gets a measure of revenge.
One of the few positive moments they've had on either side of the football, really. Things have definitely not gone their way, but maybe their offense can seize on this and put some points on the board.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kyle Trask, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Buccaneers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Well, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, now Brady.
Complete right side to Otten.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 1st down, it's Brady. Caught by Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Brady now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Going for it all. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Brady's going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go. 11 coming. 11 MP. Go.
First down. Here's Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
11 MP, tank.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It's taken to the 26.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, check it.
Now Brady.
He's got Otten. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Hey, 66.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Complete to Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Now a play fake. Brady.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Hey, 66. Hey.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Brady got to have this one. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kyle Trask, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
120 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 11, 11.
Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, Nixon. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
On 1, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Hey, Ozzy! Ozzy!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
On one, ready?